What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking prize picks, college football edition ahead of week 6. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. Of course, we are brought to you by PrizePicks. First match deposit bonus up to $100 when you click the link in the video description below. But that's not all. They're also giving you one free month of Odd Shopper, which you can use to help with all of your sports betting needs, including player props on sites like PrizePicks. We also have projections over at Stochastic to help you take advantage of lines like this, which is what I'll be using today to reference PrizePicks. You must be 21 years or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we'll bring you behind the glass. We're going to talk for today, but luckily it's Friday. And PrizePicks has a reduced prop. This is huge. I just want to talk about it briefly. Carson Beck, he's down to 230 passing yards. You're smashing the over on this. And PrizePicks does this a lot. So depending on when you're watching this, this may or may not be available to you. But I always add in the extra leg, taking props like this. To speak briefly to the game, playing Kentucky, and we're discounting his player prop significantly. So anytime you can get these, take advantage of them, which I am doing here. As we dive into the card, adding 4 extras to this, Quinn Ewers, under 295 passing yards. Right away, he comes in around 260 for us. Nothing against Quinn Ewers. It is just a little too rich in this game environment. 60.5 total, 5-point spread in favor of Texas. The Longhorns have a 46% pass rate. They're 58th in pace. This is, if not the toughest defense they face all year, the second toughest. Oklahoma has been very good, only allowing 6 yards per pass attempt this year. Level of competition leaves a little bit to be desired, but so does Quinn Ewers' talent profile. If you go back and you look at what he's done so far this year, it's been mostly good for Quinn Ewers, but we've seen him struggle at times through his career. 9.2 yards per attempt so far. This is definitely due for some negative regression, and Oklahoma's defense is they should be able to provide this here. Also, they found something with Jonathan Brooks in the run game. 300 yards, thereabouts, specifically 295 is generally a very tough prop to eclipse anyway. So anytime we can take a chance on Quinn Ewers under nearly 300 yards, we're going to do so. Not to mention, they're favored in this game, so game script does not project to be in your favor. Second one is another under, this time for Mitch Griffiths, the Wake Forest signal caller. This one might seem a little greasy, and it is. It's definitely a low number to already be hitting unders on. But Wake Forest is a 21-point underdog in a game where Clemson and Wake Forest only are projected to combine for 51.5 points. That's the over-under. This gives Wake Forest an implied team total of 15 points. Clemson has a stifling defense. They only allow 5.8 yards per pass attempt, and they've already faced Notre Dame and Florida State. This is not just Cupcake City for Clemson's defense so far this year, and Griffiths leaves a lot to be desired as a signal caller. Even if you give him league average metrics behind the 16th ranked pace and a huge bump in pass rate, we currently have them at about a 50% pass rate because of the negative game script they project to be in. Behind this weak team total and Clemson's elite defense, we still only get Mitch Griffiths to about 185 passing yards. He's going to need severe garbage time to get above this number and probably some efficiency along the way. With Clemson being so strong on defense, this does not project to be the case. We'll go under on Griffiths for passing yards. Third one we'll talk about is a funny one. Braylon Allen over 13.5 receiving yards. A year ago, whoever would have thought we would be talking about Braylon Allen over in terms of receiving yards. But the main thing here, Chez Mellusi's out. That shouldn't make a huge difference to Braylon Allen's pass game usage. He already functioned in this role. He actually is tied for third on the team in targets, which is absurd to say. But his route rate is elite. He's not coming off the field on third downs. But now he's not coming off the field on first and second down. Chez Mellusi played that role to a degree. It was about a 50-50 committee on the ground. Now anytime there's a run game script that Mellusi might have been playing in that gets checked to a pass, that's going to be Braylon Allen on the field. He already had a pretty high floor in terms of pass game usage, Now I think it's even higher. For a guy averaging 4.3 targets per game, 13 receiving yards is very, very low. This could take one catch and you're over with Braylon Allen. Risky, but I think worthwhile nonetheless. We have him at 23. And as you see with lower numbers in the prop market, you're almost double this in projection. This is incredible value. So we'll take Braylon Allen over in receiving. And last one, Logan Loya, UCLA receiver, over 41.5 yards. This is a game environment unlike any UCLA's been in this year. It's got shootout written all over it. Washington State's on the other side, and UCLA is a 3-point favorite. Both of these teams are really pass heavy. Washington State runs the air raid, 55% pass. UCLA's at 51%. Both these teams are fast. Washington State 48th in pace, UCLA 13th. A weaker defense than what we saw UCLA recently face in Utah. You look at the receivers here, Logan Loya and J. Michael Sturdivant are the only guys with route shares above 70%. And in competitive games, these climb upwards to 90% of the routes. Last game, 7 targets for J. Michael Sturdivant, 9 for Logan Loya. Logan Loya is averaging 6 targets per game in his last 4. We'll take this opportunity all day against a Washington State defense, which is middling in a potential shootout game environment. So we'll go over for our final one here. With the Carson Beck, this brings us to 5. So that means we automatically get the flex pay where we only need to hit 3 to get some money back, but 4 and 5 legs correct is when we start profiting. If you don't have access to this Carson Beck one, let's just remove it for the purposes of this exercise. You can either do the power play where you need all 4 correct, that pays out 10x, or you can flex it. With that one, you only need to get 3, that pays out 1.5. But if you still get all 4, that pays out 5x. So the 4 legs does give you some flexibility between these two options. We're going to play Beck. Why not? Over the 230. So automatically in the flex play, and we will let this ride. Again, link in the video description below to take advantage of that promo. If you have any questions, leave a comment or reach out to me on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Otherwise, we'll be back next week. Until then, good luck, everyone. We will see you then.